on, boys? Norm here. We're in the Flavor Lab, and what we're doing today, well, we are doing the Korean barbecue pork burger. Sounds deadly to me, boys. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get some of these Korean flavors together. Usually what you would do with a Korean barbecue is you would marinate it in like some soy sauce, garlic, ginger, some scallions, some sesame oil, soy sauce, a little bit of pepper, stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take that instead of a marinade, I'm gonna infuse that into the burger, and that's gonna give us our Korean barbecue flavor. So the first thing we're gonna do is we got a pound of ground pork. What I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna be kind of eyeballing everything. I'll tell you roughly how much you wanna put in. So this is soy sauce. I think we're probably gonna want about 2 tablespoons. This might be a little tiny bit more, but what I'll do is I'll use it sparingly in the pork. I'm probably not going to use the whole amount of whatever we put in. So it's about 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to get about a tablespoon of garlic. Get that guy in there. I like a little more spice in mine, so I didn't want to veer too much. We could probably use sriracha, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use some crushed chilies, guys. Get that in there, spice that up a little bit, give it some heat. Now with our ginger, we want about a tablespoon of that too, but I don't want to grate it or anything, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to chop the skin off, and then I'm going to put the ginger right in, so let our food processor do the work. Now if you're not using a food processor, what you can do is you can, oh geez, she's tough. I don't know why I took out a steak knife. I'm going to need the heavy artillery for this one, boys. So what you can do if you don't have the food processor is you can easily use, just grate this and you can just mix this together. I got the food processor, so I'm going to let that do the work for me. And then that's easy peasy. That's going to bust the shit out of this, guys. It's about a tablespoon, maybe a little tiny bit more. What we do have is we do have some sesame oil. I just got some from a friend. I went actually to pick up some kimchi and some pickled daikon. So what we're doing with that is we're gonna add those as toppings. And while I was there, I had just gone to the grocery store and forgot that I needed sesame oil too. So I was lucky enough that they had some handy and they gave it to me, so that was pretty nice. We're gonna get some green onions here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just bust off the end, 7 or 8 stems here. And we're just gonna put that in our food processor as is, and we're gonna let that food processor do all the work. There we go. We just wanna cut the ends off basically, give it a small chop. Then we're gonna pulse this together. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna drop in just a little touch of water just to let this blend up. There we go. Pop that back on. Whoop. Then I'm gonna pulse this up and I'm gonna get right back. Oh, one thing I did forget, we want a little bit of brown sugar in there too. Sweeten up that barbecue flavor. So we want about a couple tablespoons of that. There we go, that should sweeten this up. And then we're laughing, boys. I'm gonna pulse this up. Be right back. Perfect. All right, boys, we're back. So we got our pound of pork, and we got our nice sauce that we made here. A little bit of a brownish color to it. All good, all good. Smells delightful. You can smell the sesame oil in it. Now with this, I don't want to add too much because you want the burgers to hold when they go on the grill, because these are going on the grill because it's barbecue. Not rocket science. I poured about half the mixture in. What I might do as it cooks is baste with a little tiny bit more of this mixture. Let's hit it with a little tiny bit more. It's holding together fairly well. What's wrong with more flavor, boss? We're in the flavor lab. Figure it out. So we'll get this mixed up. Oh God, that smells good. That smells real good, boys. There we go. So what I'm gonna do I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna form it into patties. Now you know my rule here. With a pound of meat, you usually wanna split it into about 3. So I just take it out, form it into a little log, divide that into 3, then check to see if they're even, pick off one, put it onto another. Make sure they're roughly the same size. You can weigh this out if you want. I'm just eyeballing it. Then we'll just form our patties. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take our patties. I had the pork out at room temperature so that it's easier to mix and your hands don't get all cold. So I'm just gonna pop those in the fridge for a little bit, let them sit, then I'm gonna take them out to the grill, then we're eating. Perfect. All right, boys, so I went and got the grill going. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grill those for a couple minutes aside and then probably brush a little tiny bit of that sauce that we made that was acting kind of like a marinade. The other thing is I got some pickled daikon here, which is a basically like a radish. So it's just pickled radish. It gives a really good freshness, really nice crunch to it. I also have some kimchi that I have now. I have kimchi that I bought from Sobeys. It's from a local place in Nova Scotia that I want to shout out, Cabbage Patch. This is delicious. This is what I usually use. But I also went and met up with some friends the other day. My friend Amelia sent me home with this daikon, this kimchi, and a little bit of Ssamjang, which is like, I believe it's a bean paste that we're going to use as a little bit of a condiment. We just have a little tiny bit because that's all we need. Has a little bit of heat, has a really good texture to it, really nice flavor. You can get this at the Korean grocery store, but I think she steals this from one of the restaurants in Halifax. And I got my eyes on you. I think she's stealing it. But anyways, thank you very much for hooking me up with these ingredients. I'm going to use the homemade stuff that they made for me. But again, shout out to Cabbage Patch Kimchi. This is legit. I've been using this quite a bit lately. It's about $11 a jar, but totally worth it. Good probiotics. You can put this in anything. You can add that to like a fish taco, be bomb. You can drop that into grilled cheese, deadly. Anyways, guys, I got my daikon sliced up. I got my burgers ready to go. I'm gonna put them on the barbecue. Then I'm gonna come back, put this together. Then we're eating, boys. Let's go. Perfect. All right, boys. So one thing I would probably note, the way that the pork was on the grill was a little tiny bit, it was a little looser. So what I would probably do the next time I made this, because I just added a little too much water. Yeah, that's just a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. It did still hold together. I'm just saying if I was to do this in the future again, which I'm definitely gonna do, I'll probably lay off the water while I put it in the marinade, and then I'll save the remainder that's not in the pork burger meat for afterwards. Like I'll mix a little bit of water in it afterwards and then use that to brush it on. Because what I did is I brushed the whatever I didn't use in the marinade, I brushed on afterwards and let it caramelize up a little bit on the burger. So, oh God, guys, I'm so excited for this. I can't even tell you. So we're getting this Ssamjang down. Which side is top? That guy. All right, perfect. All right, then we're gonna get some of that pickled daikon. I don't wanna go too heavy on it. I don't wanna mess this up. I just want a little bit of that freshness on the bottom, just enough to cover the bottom. Then we're gonna get our burger patty. This one looks perfect, buzz. Look at those grill marks that we got on that. That's perfect. That sits nice on top of there. You can taste that ginger. You can taste that sesame oil. It gives it like this nice nutty flavor. Here's what we're dealing with, boys. Look at that. That looks legit. Perfect. All right, boys, let's get into it. gonna have to crush that guy down. Nice and low. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. My God. You get some heat from the Ssamjang that's in there, as well as you got some of the hot peppers that were in the marinade. The ginger and garlic really shine through in that. They really hit hard. The ginger especially. You get the nuttiness of the oil, which is fantastic. The crunch of the daikon and the kimchi. Oh my God. And the flavor of the kimchi. Working with everything else. I'm no monkey, but I know fucking bananas, and that's bananas right there. Alright, guys. So we got a banger here. Lights out. Give this a shot. Let me know what you think. Love to hear from you. Bye.